Hello, hello, welcome in. Welcome in, welcome in. We will start our trivia right about 7:05 with questions. 5 rounds of trivia tonight. Getting things set. I didn't get a couple of these things. The rounds are ready, but some of the just banners and things are not ready to roll. But I'll work on those while we're just getting people here into the room, getting ready to go. Everybody's doing well today. It was a gorgeous day in central Nebraska. Had to be in the mid to upper 60s. It was awesome. It was absolutely gorgeous here. Hope it is a good day where you are. Again, we'll get going right about 7:05. If you make sure you have something to write with and something to write on, that will be super important. So you're not typing answers into the comments or anything. You are writing them down is how this is going to work. Many of you have played probably all 48 weeks or most of them by now, but just in case we got any newbies, make sure we let people know how it works. Welcome in, welcome in. We got 15 people watching right now. One of them, I think, is actually me because I was on Facebook here. I was spamming my own numbers, making them go higher. Yeah. All right. We'll get going right about 7:05 with trivia. We got about 2 minutes to go before we start the questions. 5 rounds tonight. Whiskey, Schitt's Creek, one-letter answers, and Presidents in the Movies are the 4 themed rounds. And, of course, the confidence round to wrap us up at the end of the evening. Let me know in the comments where you're playing from tonight. If there's anything fun going on. Got some information for you later on in the evening as well. But we'll get going in just, it'll be a little over a minute probably. It still says 7:03 on my clock, my computer here, but it said that when I talked a little bit ago. So it must be right at the tail end of that time. 7:05, we'll get going here with questions. Again, be sure you got something to write with and write on. Pen and paper, pencil and paper, crayon and paper. I don't care. Something like that. You're going to be writing your answers down. You're going to be scoring your own rounds. We'll talk about the rules here in just a second. Christina says, Lisa. All right. We'll get things rolling here in just a minute or so with our trivia fun for the evening. No, I don't want to do that just yet. Again, hope everything is good where you guys are. Hi, Christina. How are you? Good to have you guys here tonight. Team Largo representing. All right, it is 7:05, so let's go ahead and get things rolling here. We've got 5 rounds of trivia tonight. Let me get the rules up there. Rules, no Google, no, don't cheat. That's what I'm asking. It's online trivia. Don't be that person. Write down your answers. You're going to self-score your own rounds. Again, please be honest about that. At the end of the night, I keep putting up their picture. It doesn't have to be a picture. Send me a score at the end of the night. You're going to send that through Facebook Messenger, either to me personally, if we happen to be friends on Facebook, or you can also send it to the Ask a Nebraskan Trivia on Facebook. You can add me as a friend if you want. This isn't my plea for more friends, I promise. But you can if you want to. That's totally fine. I accept people. But you can send it to the Ask a Nebraskan Trivia as well at the end of the night through Messenger with your total score for the whole night. Top 3 teams are going to go on a wheel, and you get a $10 Amazon gift card, which I'm a little behind in sending out right now from the last 2 weeks. That will get rectified here this weekend. Maybe one of those 2 teams will win tonight as well and end up getting a $20 Amazon card instead of a 10. But yeah, it's been a little crazy back in the office at the real job, and it's just been a little nuts lately. So I will get those out, I promise. All right. Round number 1 tonight is all about whiskey. Whiskey. Oh, wait a minute. Let me click the right things here to get the questions shared. Well, that's strange. Give me 1 second here. There it is. The PowerPoint did not show up as something I could share before, which was a little bit weird. There it is. All right. All about whiskey. Again, you're writing down your answers. Don't put them in the comments. It's kind of like yelling them out at a live event. We don't want to do that. You're going to help other teams otherwise. So write down your answers. Let's go here with question number 1 for whiskey. Whiskey is believed to have first been distilled in what country? Whiskey is believed to have first been distilled in what country? Question number 1. Whiskey is believed to have been first distilled in what country? Question number 2 for whiskey. There we go. Technology, ain't it grand? Ain't it grand? Number 2, rye whiskey, sweet vermouth, and bitters make up what famous cocktail? Rye whiskey, sweet vermouth, and bitters make up what famous cocktail? Rye whiskey, sweet vermouth, and bitters make up what famous cocktail? Number 3, what's the best-selling whiskey that is not an American brand? What is the best-selling whiskey that is not an American brand? What's the best-selling whiskey that is not an American brand? Number 4, bourbon whiskey is made from at least 51% of what grain? Bourbon whiskey is made from at least 51% of what grain? Bourbon whiskey is made from at least 51% of what grain? Number 5 for whiskey. What Canadian brand of whiskey is known for coming in a cloth purple bag? This is called a gimme or a softball. Number 5. What Canadian brand of whiskey is known for coming in a cloth purple bag? What Canadian brand of whiskey is known for coming in a cloth purple bag? Number 6. What state is bourbon whiskey often associated with? What state is bourbon whiskey often associated with? Again, round number 1, whiskey tonight. Number 7, a whiskey sour, a classic whiskey sour. Classic whiskey sour usually contains what fruit juice? I know you can make it with a bunch of different ones, but a classic whiskey sour usually contains what fruit juice? Number 7, again, a classic whiskey sour usually contains what fruit juice? Number 8 for whiskey. Number 8, in what Tennessee city is Jack Daniels distilled? In what Tennessee city is Jack Daniels distilled? Number 8, in what Tennessee city is Jack Daniels distilled? Number 9, Scotch whiskey is often distilled in a container made from what material? Scotch whiskey is often distilled in a container made from what material? Number 10, what brand of whiskey is traditionally used in a 7 and 7? What brand of whiskey is traditionally used in a 7 and 7? And bonus question number 11, on a label, what does it mean if the whiskey is labeled as cask strength or barrel strength? Means the same thing, whether it's labeled as cask or barrel strength. So it's just one answer I'm looking for here. On a label, what does it mean if the whiskey is labeled as cask or barrel strength? All right. So let me run through those questions again for you for repeats real quick, just in case anybody needs any. Number 1, whiskey is believed to have first been distilled in what country? We can do repeats at the end of this as well if you need to hear one more time or anything. I'm gonna run through these kind of quick here on repeat. Number 2, rye whiskey, sweet vermouth, and bitters make up what famous cocktail? Number 3, what's the best selling whiskey that is not an American brand? Number 4, again, just running through these on a repeat for you. Bourbon whiskey is made from at least 51% of what grain? Running through these on a repeat for you. Number 5, what Canadian brand of whiskey is known for coming in a cloth purple bag? What Canadian brand of whiskey is known for coming in a cloth purple bag? Number 6, what state is bourbon whiskey often associated with? Number 7, whiskey sour, again, a classic whiskey sour, usually contains what fruit juice? Number 8, in what Tennessee city is Jack Daniels distilled? Number 9, Scotch whiskey is often distilled in a container made from what material? Number 10, what brand of whiskey is traditionally used in a 7 and 7? Again, just running through these quick on a repeat for you. And number 11, on a label, what does it mean if the whiskey is labeled as cask strength or barrel strength? They mean the same thing. So it's just one answer, not one for each of those two things. Cask or barrel strength. All right, work on those answers. I'll give you the answers in just a minute or two here. Let me know in the comments if you need any repeats on round number 1, all about whiskey. At the end of the answers for round number 1, I will give you the information I have to share this evening. Make sure I let you all in on things. Also, thanks in advance to anybody who sent or is sending little something my way there on Venmo or PayPal. I truly appreciate that. Venmo is up there at Jimthy, PayPal, jimthy@gmail.com. Thank you so much. Really do appreciate all the support you guys have given me over the last year here on the online game. 48 weeks, just shy of a year we've been doing this. Again, I can't quite remember if that included Logan's pinch hit week for me. And then, of course, we had the big Christmas game as well. Hard to believe. Again, I'll give you some breaking news here after the answers this round. Let me know in the comments, again, if you need anything repeated for this round. So a tip roll in. Thank you very much. I really do appreciate that. Hello, Justin. Feels a lot more like Hawaii now than it does a week or two ago when we talked about this. Not that it feels like Hawaii, but it's closer. It's getting closer. Absolutely gorgeous day in central Nebraska today. So hope everybody got a chance to at least be outside a little bit in it for those of you that are here in this area. Jess says, found a subject that we do worse at than sports. Ouch. Sorry about that, Jess. Jess, have you seen Schitt's Creek? Because that's the next round. And if you haven't seen a show, that's going to be right up in that sports and whiskey area for you, probably. Hopefully you've seen it at least. All right, not hearing any repeat needs. So let's go over these answers for round number 1. Maybe Jess got one. You never know. We'll find out. Number 1, whiskey is believed to have been first distilled in Ireland. Ireland is where whiskey was first believed to have been distilled. Number 2, rye whiskey, sweet vermouth, and bitters make up a Manhattan. Excuse me. Number 3, the best-selling whiskey that is not an American brand is Jameson. Jameson. Jess says Ivy's the only one that's seen Schitt's Creek, and she's working. That's not good. It's going to be a rough start to the night. Hopefully you'll pick it up in the last couple of rounds, Jess. Number 4, bourbon whiskey is made from at least 51% corn. Corn, usually a lot more, but at least 51% corn to be called bourbon. Number 5, what Canadian brand of whiskey is known for coming in a clothed purple bag? That is Crown Royal. Crown Royal and its many different flavors. I think the flavors might come in a different color bag sometimes. So I think like apple might come in green. I think so. Number 6, what state is bourbon whiskey often associated with? Kentucky bourbon. Kentucky. Number 7, a whiskey sour. Again, a classic whiskey sour usually contains lemon juice. Lemon juice and egg whites on top of it, which is, I don't know. It just seems weird. I've never had one, but it seems strange. Number 8, Jack Daniel's is distilled in Lynchburg, Tennessee. It's a line in about 7 or 8 different country songs. But Lynchburg, Tennessee is where it is distilled. It's actually a dry county, so you can't buy it there. A little crazy. Number 9, Scotch whiskey is often distilled in a container made from copper. It's also distilled in Scotland, but usually in copper distilleries. Number 10, what brand of whiskey is traditionally used in a 7 and 7? That is Seagram's 7, or if you just had Seagram's, that'd be fine. Seagram's 7. And 11, on a label, when it's cask or barrel strength, it means it has not been diluted with water. It is strong stuff. Knock you on your keister kinds of things. All right. Let me know in the comments if you need any answers repeated. Stop sharing that for a second. Let me know if you need any answers repeated. A couple more tips just rolled in. Thank you so much. Appreciate you guys greatly. All right. Let me know in the comments if you need answers repeated. So here's the news. First and foremost, first things first, no online trivia next Thursday. I've got a real life job obligation at the exact same time that's going to take me away. So no online trivia next Thursday night. And with that said, there will be 2 more online trivias then after next Thursday, the 18th and 25th. And then we're going to wrap up the online trivia game on the 25th. It's got a little busier with other live nights as well. And I've gone back to my real job. So I need a little time to be able to do things and be able to spend with my wife. So we're going to wrap up the online game on March 25th will be the last one. I'm going to put a poll out this week. That game is going to be separate from anything I do at my live nights that week. Normally it's the same game. Like this is the same one I've done all week. But that's going to be a separate game just for you guys and anybody else who wants to play that night. And we're going to do some raffles and things like we did on the Christmas party. And try to have a lot of fun and kind of have a blowout for the last regularly scheduled online game on the 25th. Still will probably do special games from time to time, Christmas, holidays, things like that. Maybe just a random, hey, let's do a trivia game on a Friday night or something. But the last regularly scheduled will be the 25th and no trivia next Thursday night. So 18th and 25th, come play, have fun. And we'll send this thing out with a bag on the 25th. Like I said, I was going to do a poll. I'm going to do a poll this weekend, and you guys are going to pick the 4 topics I do for the 25th. Probably what I'll do is just have you guys, again, like we did this once before early on, have you give me a whole bunch of ideas, and everything that I get ideas, I'll put on a poll then, and you guys vote. The top 4 things is what we'll do on the 25th. So hope you understand where I'm coming from. That's what we're going to be doing. But don't let that ruin your fun, because we're going to have a lot of fun the rest of the night with 3 more rounds of trivia coming up this way. And you guys have been awesome. I have had a blast doing these online games. I'm going to have a blast doing the last couple here at the end of the month. So let's have fun. And don't mean to be the bringer of bad news early on in the night, but I wanted to get that out of the way before anybody starts signing off early sometimes, I know, because you got things going on. Kids got to go to bed, whatever. So there's the news. Hope that sets okay with you guys. But let's have some fun. Oh, I better change that banner, or hey, it wouldn't be trivia if I didn't change my banner late, at least once during this game tonight, right? All right. No other answers that I've seen needing repeats for round number 1. So let's move on to round number 2. Schitt's Creek. I honestly believe that the team that picked this round, my live nights, the second place team gets pick around. And I honestly believe the team that picked this from McHugh's here in central Nebraska did it just so they'd have to hear me say Schitt's Creek like 30 times during the round. So mission accomplished. They got to hear that last night. So now you guys get to hear me say that. So here we go. Share the screen. Computer's showing weird things tonight. I don't know what's going on. All right, Schitt's Creek round number 2. Let's see how you do. Question number 1, who is the mayor of Schitt's Creek? Who is the mayor of Schitt's Creek? I should say too, I meant to say while I was talking about winding down those the online games here, that I do hope that for those of you who live in the central Nebraska region, if you're comfortable, I am doing Tuesday nights at the Crafty Dog in Kearney and Wednesday nights at McHugh's. Both are regular trivia. They're the same thing right now each night. So if you're comfortable and want to come join us in April for those, we would sure love to have you. I totally understand people are still figuring out whether they're comfortable going out to things like that or not, and that's understandable. So only come if when you're comfortable doing that, but we'd love to see you at the live events as well if you're here in this area. If you're not in this area and you want to travel and come to them, hey, that's cool too. And some of y'all live in different states. If you come from a whole other state to play trivia with me, first drink's on me. That only seems fair. Number 2, Alexis meets Mutt while doing community service for what type of violation? Alexis meets Mutt while doing community service for what type of violation? Alexis meets Mutt while doing community service for what type of violation? Question number 3 for Schitt's Creek. What is the name of Jocelyn's female music group? What is the name of Jocelyn's female music group? Number 3, what's the name of Jocelyn's female music group? Question number 4 for Schitt's Creek. Number 4, there we go. What is the name of the soap opera that Moira got her big break on? What is the name of the soap opera that Moira got her big break on? Number 4, what was the name of the soap opera that Moira got her big break on? Number 5 for Schitt's Creek, which of the council members is married to a woman named Gwen and has a cabin that Moira and Johnny break into? Which of the council members, just need a first name on this, is married to a woman named Gwen and has a cabin that Moira and Johnny break into? Number 5, which of the council members is married to a woman named Gwen, has a cabin that Moira and Johnny break into? Number 6 for Schitt's Creek. Number 6, what's the name of the motel that the Rose family moves into? There's actually 2 possible answers that I'll take here when we get to answers tonight. What's the name of the motel that the Rose family moves into? Number 7, what country is David obsessed with? I've been told obsessed is a strong word. I have not seen Schitt's Creek. Katie has watched some of it, but not a ton. And I've seen little snippets here and there when she was watching it. I've been told obsessed might be a strong word. David is a big fan, maybe, of what country? Number 7, what country is David obsessed with or a big fan of or something in that vein? Number 8 for Schitt's Creek, what character speaks the last line in the series? What character speaks the last line in the series? Number 8, what character speaks the last line in the series? Number 9, it's revealed that which character won $92 million in the lottery? What character wins $92 million in the lottery? Oh, that we would all be that lucky, right? I could do some good with $92 million. Not just for myself. I don't mean that. I mean, house and cars to be paid off, debt to be paid off. That'd all be good. But I think I could do some good stuff for some charities and others. Have to try to remember all my trivia friends, of course. It's revealed which character won $92 million in the lottery. Number 10 in the U.S., what channel did Schitt's Creek first appear on? What U.S. channel did it first appear on? What U.S. channel? It first appeared in another country. I don't want that channel. What was the first U.S. channel it appeared on? See if I can make that clear. I had one person so far this week who was confused by this. So I'm just trying to clarify it up. It started in another country. I don't want to know that channel. I want to know the first channel it appeared on in the United States. And number 11, when Moira Rose tries to make an acting comeback, what's the full name with subtitle of the movie she gets a part in? If you get the title right, give yourself 1 point. If you get the title and the subtitle, 2 points. If you happen to get the subtitle and not the title, I guess 1 point there too, but that would be very odd. I think in general that would be pretty odd, but definitely in this case. If you know the subtitle, then you probably can get to the title or get close. Number 11, when Moira Rose tries to make an acting comeback, what's the full name of the movie she gets a part in? All right. Let's go back and do some repeats here. There we go. Number 1, who's the mayor of Schitt's Creek? who is the mayor. Number 2, Alexis meets Mutt while doing community service for what type of violation? Alexis meets Mutt while doing community service for what violation? Number 3, what's the name of Jocelyn's female music group? What is the name of Jocelyn's female music group? Going through these on repeat kind of quickly for you. Number 4, what was the name of the soap opera Moira got her big break on? Number 5, which of the council members, there we go, is married to a woman named Gwen and has a cabin that Moira and Johnny break into? Again, just first name on this person. Which of the council members is married to a woman named Gwen and has a cabin that Moira and Johnny break into? Number 6, what's the name of the motel the Rose family moves into? Curious who our big Schitt Creek fans are out there tonight. I'm sure there's a couple of you. Let us know in the comments if that's you. If you think you're doing really well here. Number 7, what country is David obsessed with, or does he really like a whole lot? Or no. Again, I have seen very little of this show. Let me know if you are a big Schitt's Creek fan. Number 8, what character speaks the last line in the series? What character speaks the last line? Number 9, it's revealed which character won $92 million in the lottery. It's revealed which character won $92 million in the lottery. Maybe none of you are big Schitt's Creek fans. Number 10, in the U.S., what channel did Schitt's Creek first appear on in the U.S.? And number 11, the bonus question. When Moira Rose tries to make an acting comeback, what's the full name of the movie with subtitle that she gets a part in? And if you get the movie title right, 1 point. Get the movie title and subtitle, 2 points. If you get the subtitle and not the movie title, 1 point there too. All right, let me know in the comments if you need any other repeats. Otherwise, work on those answers and I'll give you the right ones in just a couple of minutes. Thanks again to anybody who decides to or already has sent a little something my way right up there on the top of the screen. Venmo is at PayPal. jimthie@gmail.com is the PayPal. Did I say that right? Venmo is at Jimthie. PayPal is jimthie@gmail.com. There we go. I think I might have flubbed that up when I just said it. So thank you so much for anybody who does that. Thanks again for being here to play trivia on a Thursday night. Again, no trivia next week. And we'll wrap it up with the 18th and the 25th of this month. Big party on the 25th. All right. Not seeing any comments. You're a quiet bunch tonight. Probably outside playing in the sun all day. Now you're tired. All right. Well, let's go over those answers then to round number 2, all about Schitt's Creek. Let's see how you did. If you saw the show, if you watched the show, you probably did okay. If you haven't watched the show, you'd be like me and be lucky if you get 1 or 2. That's my guess. But number 1, who's the mayor of Schitt's Creek? Roland is the mayor of Schitt's Creek. Roland Schitt as his name. Number 2, Alexis meets Mutt while doing community service for a DUI. DUI. Number 3, the name of Jocelyn's female music group is the Jazzagals. Jazzagals. It's a fun name to say. Number 4, the name of the soap opera that Moira got her big break on is Sunrise Bay. Sunrise Bay. Number 5, which of the council members is married to a woman named Gwen and has a cabin that Moira and Johnny break into? Bob. Bob. Number 6, the name of the motel that the Rose family moves into. I put the Rosebud Motel. It's actually the Schitt's Creek Motel at the beginning of the series. Then they changed the name. So either one would give you the point here. Schitt's Creek Motel or Rosebud Motel. I think there might be a short time where it's also called the Rose Motel. So really any of those 3. There's a lot of possible answers here. Number 7, what country is David obsessed with or really likes or something? Japan. What I read was he's described as a Japanophile, which sounds terrible, but it meant that he really likes Japanese products and food and things. Number 8, what character speaks the last line in the series? Johnny, the father. He says, "Driver, please." He's looking to leave, I'm thinking the motel, but I guess I don't know that for sure. Number 9, it's revealed which character won $92 million in the lottery. Twyla. Twyla. Coincidentally, the actress who plays Twyla is the sister to David and the daughter to Johnny in the movie. They're in real life. Those 3 people are father, son, and daughter. Number 10, in the U.S., what channel did Schitt's Creek first appear on? It was Pop TV. Pop TV. Shows a lot of reruns of things too. Number 11, the bonus question. When Moira Rose tries to make an acting comeback, what's the full name of the movie that she gets a part in? It's The Crows Have Eyes 3, The Crowaning. The Crows Have Eyes 3, The Crowaning. I'm not as worried about the 3 in there. If you had The Crows Have Eyes, give yourself that point. If you have The Crows Have Eyes, The Crowaning, give yourself 2 points. If you have the 3 in there, cool. But I know I've had a few teams that, if you know it that well, you're good. You're good. I'll give you the points. All right. Let me know in the comments if you need any repeats there for round number 2. While I'm waiting on repeats, I will show you this slide as well. I have been nominated for Best of Kearney 2021. They do a vote every year for all sorts of different topics, from dining establishments to preschools to barbers to police officers to anything you can think of. There's a best of vote through the Kearney Hub, which is our local newspaper. I've been nominated in the live event performer category. So the top 5 nominees made it after the nomination period, which was earlier in February. So I was one of the top 5 nominees for live events in Kearney, which is pretty cool. You can go to kearneyhub.com/best21 or just search Kearney Hub Best of Kearney 2021. You can vote once per day per category. So vote early, vote often. It's like you're in Chicago, just keep voting, but it's once per day per category. I would sure love, and you don't have to live in Kearney or central Nebraska at all to vote. You can vote from anywhere in the world. So I would sure love your votes. Appreciate that. Thanks so much. If you were one of the ones who nominated me and got me into the top 5 so that I could be nominated for this, it's pretty cool. So thank you very much for that. And if you have a chance, I would love to have you vote. You can vote once per day per category through March 16th. And if you check out my Facebook page, down just probably 1 post, maybe 2, there is a link that'll take you actually right to where you can vote for me. And then you can search around as well. Katie, my wife, is nominated under Child Care Center for the Kearney Family YMCA, where she works. And also her preschool class specifically is nominated under Best Preschool as Kearney Family Y Kindergarten Prep class. So if you want to go and vote for her too, I would sure appreciate that. I know she would too. It would be kind of fun if we can win a couple of certificates. So that is what is going on in our world. All right. Thanks for listening to my little shameless plug. Round number 3 is all about one-letter answers. Your answers will all be what? One letter. I had somebody on Monday who was very confused by this. It took him until about the third question. He kept asking clarifying questions. Your answers are simply one letter. So every answer, you have a 1 in 26 shot. They're all English letters. I didn't use any like foreign languages or Egyptian hieroglyphics. One-letter answers. Questions that have one-letter answers. Okay, enough explanation. Question number 1, what 2008 film starred Josh Brolin, Richard Dreyfuss, and James Cromwell as important political figures? So another tip roll in. Thank you. Appreciate that so much. That info there at the top of the screen, Venmo and PayPal info. No obligation. You certainly don't have to send anything. That is totally fine. I'm glad you're here playing. But some people have wanted to do that, so we've made that available. It's there at the top of the screen. I appreciate the support. But you're supporting me just by showing up. 19 of you watching right now, which I know means we got a whole bunch more playing because a number of you have people all watching the same screen or you're Zooming or whatever. So thanks. I appreciate you being here playing trivia tonight with me on the Ask a Nebraskan page, both on YouTube and Facebook tonight too. Do we have anybody? Nobody on YouTube. No, we got one on YouTube right now. Nobody on my personal page. That's what it is. Got one on YouTube. Maybe that's Brandon again. Number 2, what's the Roman numeral for 500? I almost gave you the answer. I literally just about said it is. Bloop, almost came right out of my mouth. Wouldn't have been good. What is the Roman numeral for 500? Thought I was doing answers apparently here. Now it makes me wonder, did I give you the answer to number 1? I hope I didn't. Second guessing myself now. Brain cramps are a real thing. Can I claim COVID brain 4 months later? Number 3 for one-letter answers. What band had their only top 50 hit in 1985 with Burning House of Love? What band had their only top 50 hit in 1985 with Burning House of Love? Amanda says I did not give the answer away to number 1. Good. After I almost gave it away to number 2, I thought, oh goodness, did I just blurt that out without thinking? Good to know I have not lost my mind, Amanda, or at least, I guess that's not proof of anything, but. Number 4, in the Scarlet Letter, what letter must Hester wear on her chest? I know one team that's going to get this right for sure because I know the people on that team. Number 4, in the Scarlet Letter, what letter must Hester wear on her chest? Number 5 for one-letter answers from 1963 to 1999. Desmond Llewellyn played what character in the James Bond franchise? From 1963 to 1999, Desmond Llewellyn played what character in the James Bond franchise? Again, all your answers in this round are one letter. Question number 6. What 2001 drama stars Julia Stiles and Mekhi Phifer in a modern retelling of a classic Shakespeare play? What 2001 drama stars Julia Stiles and Mekhi Phifer in a modern retelling of a classic Shakespeare play? 2001 drama stars Julia Stiles and Mekhi Phifer in a modern retelling of a classic Shakespeare play. Number 7. What was the first perfume to be endorsed by Mariah Carey? What was the first perfume to be endorsed by Mariah Carey? Number 7. What was the first perfume to be endorsed by Mariah Carey? Number 8. Chris Hemsworth plays which agent in Men in Black International? Chris Hemsworth plays which agent in Men in Black International? Chris Hemsworth plays which agent in Men in Black International? Number 9. What's the symbol for potassium on the periodic table? What is the symbol for potassium on the periodic table? Number 10. What ABC show that ran for 2 seasons from 2009 to 2011 chronicled the arrival to Earth of an advanced alien species? What ABC show that ran for 2 seasons from 2009 to 2011 chronicled the arrival to Earth of an advanced alien species? And number 11, the bonus question. What series of vitamins do niacin and riboflavin belong to? What series of vitamins do niacin and riboflavin belong to? Nobody caught me there. That banner said Schitt's Creek this whole round. Oops. Told you, wouldn't be trivia if I didn't do that at least once. All right. Go back and give you the questions one more time on a repeat. Number one, what 2008 film starred Josh Brolin, Richard Dreyfuss, and James Cromwell as important political figures? Still not giving you the answer to that yet. You have to wait. Sorry, I was typing something out for somebody there. Number two, what's the Roman numeral for 500? Shouldn't do that when I'm doing repeats, trying to do these in a reasonable amount of time, and started typing a response to somebody. It's a Roman numeral for 500, number two. Number three, what band had their only top 50 hit in 1985 with Burning House of Love? Number four, in the Scarlet Letter, what letter must Hester wear on her chest? Number five, from 1963 to 1999, Desmond Llewellyn played what character in the James Bond franchise? Number six, what 2001 drama stars Julia Stiles and Mekhi Phifer in a modern retelling of a classic Shakespeare play? Number seven, what was the first perfume to be endorsed by Mariah Carey? Number eight, Chris Hemsworth, easy enough for me to say, plays which agent in Men in Black International? Number nine, what's the symbol for potassium on the periodic table? Number 10, what ABC show that ran for two seasons from '09 to 2011 chronicled the arrival to Earth of an advanced alien species? And number 11, the bonus, to what series of vitamins do niacin and riboflavin belong? What series of vitamins do niacin and riboflavin belong to? All right, work on those answers. I'll give you the right answers in just a minute or two here. Let me know in the comments if you need any of those questions repeated. Let me know, too, if you think you liked this round. There's probably enough stuff out there I could do another one of these sometime in the future with one letter answers. Sure, there is. Well, let me know if you need any repeats here on round number three. One letter answers tonight. Thanks again for joining me. 19 of you watching again. The number, of course, fluctuates one or two up and down throughout the night. But we've been right around that 18 to 20 range the last few months, I think, as far as connections. So I appreciate that. Appreciate you guys being here. And again, thanks to anybody who does send anything up there to Venmo or PayPal. Appreciate that too. But I've had fun on Thursday nights with you guys here online. hopefully for those of you in central Nebraska, when we wrap this up at the end of the month, will come in April and join us on Tuesdays or Wednesdays. For those of you not in central Nebraska, hopefully you'll stay tuned to my page. And as I have special events online, would love to have you join us for those. And I can still do virtual events. So if you want trivia at a party, if you're in Nebraska, we can obviously talk about a live party if you want, as again, as long as we keep things safe. But if even beyond, I can do virtual parties for anywhere, really. So let me know. Would love to help you out with that. As it says right there below me, trivia parties, ask me how. So ask me. I'd love to talk with you. Doing one for some attorneys in a couple of weeks. So that'll be fun. All right, let's go over answers here for one letter answers. Shouldn't have taken up a lot of room on your paper, certainly. Number one, what 2008 film starred Josh Brolin, Richard Dreyfuss, and James Cromwell as important political figures? W. Brolin plays George W. Bush. Richard Dreyfuss, I believe, plays Dick Cheney, and James Cromwell, I think, plays Bush Sr. So, number two, the Roman numeral for 500 that I almost told you while reading this question is D, as in dog. There it is, D. Number three, what band had their only top 50 hit in 1985 with Burning House of Love, X? They were a popular British punk band, popular in Britain, but had one hit. It's like number 32 on the chart, which is why I had to go with top 50. I guess I could have said top 40, but. Number four, in the Scarlet Letter, what letter must Hester wear on her chest? It is an A for adultery, an A. Number five, from 1963 to 1999, Desmond Llewellyn played what character in the James Bond franchise? Q. Q, I believe, gives Bond all of his fun little gadgets. In charge of that. Number six, what 2001 drama stars Julia Stiles and Mekhi Phifer in a modern retelling of a classic Shakespeare play? O. O, it's Othello is the Shakespeare play. O. Number seven, what was the first perfume to be endorsed by Mariah Carey? It's M. Makes sense. Probably for Mariah, I would assume. M. Number eight, Chris Hemsworth plays which agent in Men in Black International? H. H. Number nine, what's the symbol for potassium on the periodic table? K is the symbol there, K, because it's in the word potassium. Nowhere. Number 10, what ABC show that ran for 2 seasons from 2009 to 2011 chronicled the arrival to Earth of an advanced alien species? V is the name of that show. V. And number 11, what series of vitamins do niacin and riboflavin belong to? B. They are vitamin B. Somebody gave me the number on Monday. They're like B5 and B12, maybe? I don't know. I totally could be wrong on the numbers. Don't need the numbers, just need the letter B. 2 points if you had the letter B on that one. 1 point for each of the first 10 questions. I did forget to say that early on tonight. 10 points for each of the first 10 questions in each round. 2 points, 10 points. No, 1 point for each of the first 10 questions in each round. 2 points for the bonus one at the end. Goodness. That'll make a lot of sense. Let me know in the answers or in the comments if you need any answers repeated. Brandon got a perfect round. Justin also got a perfect round. So some perfect rounds that time around. Thank you, thank you. So another tip roll in. A repeat on 2 and 3. Absolutely, Dell. Get back there to make sure I give you the right answers. D is in dog for number 2. The Roman numeral for 500 is D is in dog. And number 3, the band with their only top 50 hit in 85 with Burning House of Love was X. X. I almost made that the bonus question because I think that was probably maybe even the hardest question in that round. But alas, I made the vitamin question. But for Brandon and Justin, it wouldn't have mattered because they got it perfect anyway, so it doesn't matter where I put the bonus. They were perfection this round. All right. Let me know if you need any repeats on answers. Otherwise, we will move straight into round number 4 tonight. All about presidents in the movies. Let me tell you up front, this is not about Ronald Reagan. This is not about Donald Trump and Home Alone 2. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about presidential characters. Some are fictional presidents, some are real presidents played by actors, but it's not about people who were presidents actually acting in movies. Like I said, like Ronald Reagan or Donald Trump in Home Alone 2. Probably some other, at least cameos from other presidents in movies as well. But this would be similar to, well, no, that would have been an actual president, even if Photoshop. Nah, never mind. I'm not going to say that. You'll catch on. It'll be fine. You'll do well. I have no doubt. All right. Presidents in the movies, my very presidential looking PowerPoint. Thanks to free PowerPoint templates for this template. I feel like they're a sponsor. They're not. But change my banner before I get caught and you guys tell me about it. All right, presidents in the movies. Let's start off with one that actually has stumped a number of teams this week. Number 1, what actor played the president in the Austin Powers movies? What actor plays the president in the Austin Powers movies? Number 1, what actor played the president in the Austin Powers movies? Number 2, what president has been portrayed more times than any other in the movies? Is it George Washington, Abraham Lincoln, Theodore Roosevelt, or Richard Nixon? What president has been portrayed more times than any other in the movies? George Washington, Abraham Lincoln, Theodore Roosevelt, or Richard Nixon? Write down your answers. What do you think there on number 2? The only multiple choice I think I've had. I mean, you could argue round 3 was all multiple choice, but I don't even think I gave you a multiple choice in Schitt's Creek. Wow. I mean, should have at least given you a 1 there so you had a chance if you hadn't seen the show. Number 3, who plays President Thomas Whitmore in Independence Day? Who plays President Thomas Whitmore in Independence Day? Number 3, who plays President Thomas Whitmore in Independence Day? Question number 4 for presidents in the movies. Kevin Kline plays both the president and his stand-in during what 1993 comedy? Kevin Kline plays both the president and his stand-in during what 1993 comedy? Number 4 again, Kevin Kline plays both the president and his stand-in during what 1993 comedy? Number 5, who played future President Thomas Jefferson in 1995's Jefferson in Paris? Who played future President Thomas Jefferson in 1995's Jefferson in Paris? Number 5, who played future President Thomas Jefferson in 1995's Jefferson in Paris? Number 6, Bill Murray plays what president in Hyde Park on Hudson? Bill Murray plays what president in Hyde Park on Hudson? I got a book in the mail from my buddy Ryan, who's a trivia host, out in LA for the next month or so, and then he's moving to Tennessee. But he sent me a book as a prize. I won something on his website, and he ended up sending me a book of the Tao, or the Tao, T-A-O, however you say that word, Tao, I think, of Bill Murray. So it's all about kind of wise things Bill Murray has said. I enjoy Bill Murray, so I'm looking forward to reading that at some point. Number 6, again, Bill Murray plays what president in Hyde Park on Hudson? Number 7, who plays the president in the 1996 movie Mars Attacks? I don't think this is a great movie, but I've had people argue with me all week that it is. And if you like it, it's okay. We can like different things. That's okay. I just didn't think it was that great. And I understand it's not supposed to be an Oscar award-winning type movie. That's not what Mars Attacks is all about. Number 7, who plays the president in the 96 movie Mars Attacks? Question number 8, what comedian plays the president in the Adam Sandler movie Pixels? What comedian plays the president in the Adam Sandler movie Pixels? It's a movie where like Mario and Pac-Man come to kill you. I'm not even kidding. That's what this movie is. I watched it. I don't know why I stayed with it, but I watched it. These games are nostalgic for me, so I guess I wanted to see them turned into a horror movie. It's not really a horror movie, it's comedy. What comedian plays the president in the Adam Sandler movie Pixels? Number 9, James Marshall is the name of the president who takes matters into his own hands in what 1997 thriller? James Marshall is the name of the president who takes matters into his own hands in what 1997 thriller? Question number 10 for presidents in the movies. Michael Douglas plays President Andrew Shepard in what 1995 comedy? Michael Douglas plays President Andrew Shepard in what 95 comedy? Number 10 again, Michael Douglas plays President Andrew Shepard in what 95 comedy? And number 11, the bonus question. This has got 2 parts to it, so you can get 1 point or 2 points, depending on if you get both parts. Robin Williams played 2 different presidents in movies. Name those presidents. I'm talking about real presidents. I know he was in Man of the Year and was the president in that movie as well, and maybe some others as a fictional president. I just think that one. But he played 2 actual different presidents, real U.S. presidents, in different movies. They're not in the same movie. Name the 2 presidents. Don't name the movies. You can write them down if they help you. But don't name the movies. I need the names of the presidents he played in the movies. Again, the real U.S. presidents that Robin Williams played. Robin Williams, probably my favorite actor of all time. I think that's fair to say. I like Bill Murray a lot. Number of other actors I like a lot, but Robin Williams, I don't know if there's, I can only think of one Robin Williams movie that I've seen. There are some I haven't seen, but I can only think of one that I was meh about. That was Death to Smoochie. Wasn't crazy about that one. Everything else I've seen, I pretty much loved. All right, let me run through those questions again. I just got to look at, there we go. See what slide number we're on so I can get back to the right slide number. Boom. All right, run through those on repeat. Number one, what actor played the president in the Austin Powers movies? The president who tried to negotiate or talk with Dr. Evil. I don't know why I said it that way. What actor played the president in the Austin Powers movies? Number two, multiple choice. What president has been portrayed more times than any other in the movies? George Washington, Abraham Lincoln, Theodore Roosevelt, or Richard Nixon? Washington, Lincoln, Theodore Roosevelt, Nixon. Number three, who plays President Thomas Whitmore in Independence Day? Who plays President Thomas Whitmore in Independence Day? Number four, Kevin Kline plays both the president and his stand-in during what 1993 comedy? Kevin Kline plays both the president and his stand-in during what 1993 comedy? It's a funny movie. Number five, who plays future President Thomas Jefferson in 1995's Jefferson in Paris? Number six, Bill Murray plays what president in Hyde Park on Hudson? Number seven, who plays the president in the 96 movie Mars Attacks? Number eight, what comedian plays the president in the Adam Sandler movie Pixels? Number nine, James Marshall is the name of the president who takes matters into his own hands in what 1997 thriller? Number 10, Michael Douglas plays President Andrew Shepard in what 1995 comedy? And the bonus, number 11, Robin Williams plays two different real presidents in movies. Name those two presidents. All right. Let me know in the comments if you need any of those repeated, work on those answers. I'll be back just in a moment here with the right answers. Again, thank you to anybody who sent anything in or will send anything. I know sometimes people pay at the end of the night or send something. I shouldn't say pay because that sounds like you have to. You don't. Send something at the end of the night. So thank you for anybody who does that. Right over there. There. Venmo's at Jimthy and PayPal's jimthy@gmail.com. Appreciate that. Again, we'll do some raffles on the 25th when we wrap up the online games. No trivia next week, but trivia on the 18th and the 25th. 25th, we'll do a big blowout party. Raffles, topics that you've picked, or some of you have picked, I guess. All right, let me know if you need any repeats. All right, let's go over these answers here for presidents in the movies. See how you did. Clearly, I reused that from when I did the president's round a couple of weeks back or a month ago. Well, back in November, probably. January? Anyways, whenever it was. Number one, what actor played the president in the Austin Powers movies? Tim Robbins. Was in Bull Durham, 30-something, Shawshank Redemption. Tim Robbins. Not 30-something. I'm thinking of somebody else. Number two, what president has been portrayed more times than any other in the movies? George Washington, Abraham Lincoln, Theodore Roosevelt, or Richard Nixon? Abraham Lincoln, and it's not even close. It's like by a lot. Washington, I think, is number 2, but Lincoln is like 130 different movies. Washington's like 80. It's a lot. Number 3, who plays President Thomas Whitmore in Independence Day? Bill Pullman. I always confuse him with Bill Paxton, but Bill Pullman is the answer. Number 4, Kevin Kline plays both the president and his stand-in in Dave, 1993's Dave. Good fun movie if you haven't seen it. Number 5, who played future President Thomas Jefferson in 1995's Jefferson in Paris? I've never heard of this movie, but it's Nick Nolte, and I just thought that was pretty darn cool. And if you get a chance, Google a picture of Nick Nolte from Jefferson in Paris. It's just worth seeing. I don't know if the movie's worth seeing, but the picture is worth seeing. So take a look if you get a chance. Number 6, Bill Murray plays what president in Hyde Park on Hudson? Franklin D. Roosevelt. FDR. Number 7, who plays the president in Mars Attacks? That is Jack Nicholson. Jack Nicholson. Number 8, what comedian plays the president in the Adam Sandler movie Pixels? Kevin James, the King of Queens. He's got a new Netflix show out called The Crew. I haven't seen it yet. I like Kevin James, so it's on my list. Number 9, James Marshall is the name of the president who takes matters into his own hands in Air Force One. It's, of course, Harrison Ford. I couldn't have said that or you all would have gotten it for sure. Maybe you all did all right on it anyways. Number 10, Michael Douglas plays President Andrew Shepard in The American President. It's a fun romantic comedy. It's entertaining. I'm not a big romantic comedy guy, but I don't know if I'd even call it romantic comedy. Well, anyways, it's a fun movie. Check it out. I think it might be on Netflix. Number 11, the bonus question. Robin Williams played 2 different presidents in movies. Name those presidents. Again, the real presidents. He played, of course, Theodore Roosevelt in the Night at the Museum movies and Dwight D. Eisenhower in Lee Daniels' The Butler. So Dwight Eisenhower in The Butler and Theodore Roosevelt from the Night at the Museum movies. You didn't need the movies, just needed those 2. If you had Theodore Roosevelt, give yourself 1 point. If you had Roosevelt and Eisenhower, both points. If you had Eisenhower but not Roosevelt, who are you? I don't even know. I'm guessing Roosevelt was the one most teams got for sure, and then maybe Eisenhower. If you happen to have seen The Butler, which I don't remember if it won a bunch of Academy Awards, but I know it was up for a bunch. I've wanted to see it for a long time. It's on my Netflix list. I think I've seen at least part of it, but it's on my list. Definitely something I want to watch. All right, let me know in the comments if you need any repeats on answers. Otherwise, we're going to head into the confidence round here. It works different than all the other rounds, so I'll go over how that works here in just a moment. Give you a chance, though, to ask for any repeats. Add up your score. 1 point for each of the first 10 questions. 2 points if you had both Theodore Roosevelt and Dwight Eisenhower on that last one, or you might have had 1 point on it. Now, remember, at the end of this round, when we do the answers and you score your round, you're going to add up all your points for the whole night, all 5 rounds. You're going to send me that score in a message to either Jim Fields, if we're friends on Facebook, or to the Asking Nebraskan Trivia through Facebook Messenger, please. Please use Messenger. Don't post it on the wall. I tend not to see those. Well, I almost said Walmart. Facebook does not tend to show me those. Or I really got to hunt to find them. So don't do that. Send it through Messenger. I won't see it, most likely. All right, round 5 is the confidence round. Here we go. Here is how it works. Let's talk about it. Number 10 questions, and only 10 questions, not 11 like all the other times. So 10 questions there about anything. When we're through with those questions, you're going to rank them 10 to 1 based on the confidence you have in your answer. 10 is the most confident. 1 is the least confident. 10 most, 1 least. That's really important here. You can use each number just 1 time. So 10 on one, 9 on another, 8 on another, all the way down to 1 on the one that you're probably just guessing on. If you're right, the number you used in your confidence rankings will be the points you get for that question. So you can get 10 points on one question, 9 on another, all the way down to 1 again on the one you're guessing on. So if you do that, there's a total of 55 points available this round if you were to get all 10 questions right, meaning everybody's still got a chance, because if you were perfect all night, and again, nobody was because you would have been bragging crazy in the comments by now if you were. If you were perfect, you'd be at 48 points right now. So somebody could ace this round, you could get a 0, and they could still beat you, conceivably. Not likely, but conceivable. So everybody's still got a chance. That's why we do it. We want to make sure everybody has a chance to win at the end of the night. Top 3 scores are going to go on a wheel at the end of the night. We're going to spin that wheel right here on the screen. Winning team gets a $10 Amazon gift card. And again, I am a little behind in sending those out for those last two teams that won. In case you're wondering where your card is, it will be coming this weekend, I promise. I will finally get myself caught up. We have a quiet weekend, I think, last I knew, planned. Let's go into the round. Question number one, what specific animal is in the logo of Mack Trucks? So I'm looking for a specific animal here. So here's my example. If it were a fish, it's not. But if it were a fish, don't write down fish. Write down bass. Okay? Write down perch if it were a fish. What kind of fish? So what specific animal is in the logo of Mack Trucks? If you know the logo, you know what I'm saying. I had somebody go a little too vague last night, but it kind of had to count because of the way I asked the question. So now I'm adding the word specific. What specific animal is in the logo of Mack Trucks? I'd work more on answering your questions first. You can always rank them at the end. You might want to make little notes or, little doodles about how confident you are in answers. Number two, what was Ray's occupation in Everybody Loves Raymond? It was Ray's occupation in Everybody Loves Raymond. Never really got into that show. I've seen plenty of episodes in syndication, but just never really got into it to want to go back and watch all of it. It's probably on CBS All Access or Paramount Plus, whatever that's turning into. And I don't have that. Probably won't get it. Number three, according to the Bible, who led the Israelites into the Promised Land? According to the Bible, who led the Israelites into the Promised Land? Thanks again for those tips rolling in on Venmo and PayPal. Really, really appreciate it. According to the Bible, who led the Israelites into the Promised Land? Number four, what's the most commonly broken human bone? This answer surprised me, but the amount of teams that have gotten it right has really surprised me. So apparently I'm just the moron. What is the most commonly broken human bone? Question number five for the confidence round. In what decade was National Geographic first published? Put all four digits of the year. So if you thought it was in the 2020s, put 2020s. So put all four digits down for your answer. In what decade was National Geographic first published? Be sure to write down all four digits for your year. For your decade, I should say. So if you thought this was the first year that National Geographic was published in 2021, then you would write down 2020s. In what decade was National Geographic first published? Last night, somebody thought that I had asked this recently. I don't think I have, but if you think I did and you think you remember the answer, kudos to you and use that to your advantage. I don't think I have, but. Number six, in the movie Ghostbusters, what instrument does Dana play? In the movie Ghostbusters, what instrument does Dana play? In Ghostbusters, what instrument does Dana play? Number seven, what famous pilot was Time's first Man of the Year? What famous pilot was Time's first Man of the Year? Number seven, what famous pilot was Time's first Man of the Year? Number eight, in what children's book series is the villain named Count Olaf? In what children's book series is the villain named Count Olaf? I've been joking all week that it's Frozen in Transylvania. I gave that as the answer one night, and everybody stopped and looked at me. It's not Frozen in Transylvania. But I proved they were paying attention, didn't I? Number 8, in what children's book series is the villain named Count Olaf? Number 9, in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, what color is the Power Stone? In the Marvel Cinematic Universe, what color is the Power Stone? Number 9, again, in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, what color is the Power Stone? And number 10, last question of the night, who's the only person to win the NBA MVP, Coach of the Year, and Executive of the Year awards? Not in the same season, because that would be crazy. But only one person, one man, has won the NBA MVP, Coach of the Year, and Executive of the Year awards. Who is that person? All right. Go back and read you all 10 questions again on repeats here real quick. Number 1, what specific animal is in the logo of Mack Trucks? Remember my example. If it's fish, don't put fish, put bass. It's not a bass. It's not a fish, just for the record. What specific animal is in the logo of Mack Trucks? Number 2, what was Ray's occupation in Everybody Loves Raymond? What's Ray's occupation in Everybody Loves Raymond? Number 3, according to the Bible, who led the Israelites into the Promised Land? According to the Bible, who led the Israelites into the Promised Land? Number 4, what's the most commonly broken human bone? What is the most commonly broken human bone? Number 5, in what decade was National Geographic first published? And again, put the 4 digits for that decade. 4 digits. Number 6, in Ghostbusters, what instrument does Dana play? In Ghostbusters, what instrument does Dana play? Excuse me. Number 7, what famous pilot was Time's first Man of the Year? What famous pilot was Time's first Man of the Year? Number 8, in what children's book series is the villain named Count Olaf? Number 9, in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, what color is the Power Stone? And number 10, who's the only person to win the NBA MVP, Coach of the Year, and Executive of the Year? Only person to win the NBA MVP, Coach of the Year, and Executive of the Year throughout their career. Again, not in the same season. That would be crazy, crazy ridiculous. All right, there's your reminder. 10 questions. You're ranking those answers 10 to 1. 10 is the most confident. 1 is the least confident. You can use each number just one time. And that'll be the points for that question that you get if you are right. So 55 total possible points. Let me know in the comments if you need any repeats. Take that down for a second while I get it set for answers. Let me know in the comments if you need any repeats. Give you a minute here to not only get your answers down, but also get those rankings down. You got to rank them now, not after you get the answers from me. That's cheating. Don't be that person. Repeat number 4, Angie. Absolutely. Number 4, what is the most commonly broken human bone? What is the most commonly broken human bone? Let me know if you need any other repeats in the comments. Again, for those of you here in the Kearney area or central Nebraska, I am at the Crafty Dog on Tuesday nights at 7 o'clock in Kearney. Wednesday nights, I'm at McHugh's in Kearney as well at 7 o'clock. One Sunday a month, usually the second Sunday of the month, I am at Steeple Brewing in Hastings. This month, it's going to be the third Sunday, the 21st this month. I'm going to be at Steeple Brewing in Hastings. And then I'm at Lost Way Brewery in Holdridge every other Monday. And again, there, it's because we're going to be on vacation one week for the first part of the week. I'm not doing that on the 15th, which would be the next time, but I actually going to do back-to-back weeks on the 22nd and 29th. Check out my Facebook page. It's got all the dates for all my events, live events. So it'll be on there if you want to come and play live somewhere here in central Nebraska. It'll be on there. Check them out. Or if you can't figure it out or can't find it, shoot me a message and ask. I'm always happy to answer those things. So always happy to help somebody find me if that's what you need. Brandon, I didn't see your request there for a repeat on number 8. I apologize. I just saw it right now. Number 8 again, Brandon. In what children's book series is the villain named Count Olaf? What children's book series is in a villain named Count Olaf? Sorry about that, Brandon. All right, let me know if you need any more comment or any more repeats in the comments. There we go. Get those words in the right order. Give yourself another little bit here, just a minute or so. We'll go over answers. And again, you're going to add all your scores together. For this round, remember, you're going to be marking those confidence points on the ones you get right and adding those numbers together. No more 1 point per answer or 2 points on the last one. None of that. It's your confidence points you're adding up this round. All right, let me know in the comments if you need any more time. Otherwise, we'll go over answers here. And we'll get you a chance to add them up. Send them to me in a Facebook message. Top 3 teams go on that wheel. We spin the wheel. You know how it works. $10 Amazon card. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. I don't think you buy a chicken dinner, though, from Amazon. So, sorry. Buy an air fryer. Not for $10, but you can buy an air fryer and make a chicken dinner. All right. Not seeing any comments where you need more time or any other repeats. Let's pull this back up. Oh, let me get rid of that banner. There we go. Doesn't cover up the answers. That'd be awkward, huh? All right, here we go. The answers for confidence round. Number 1, what specific animal is in the logo of Mack Trucks? It is a bulldog. A bulldog. The team last night wrote dog, and I had to accept it, and I didn't want to do that. I wanted you to be more specific. So, specific bulldog. Number 2, what was Ray's occupation in Everybody Loves Raymond? He's a sports writer. Sports writer. Number 3, according to the Bible, who led the Israelites into the promised land? Joshua led them into the promised land. Joshua, not Moses. He led them out of Egypt, but he did not make it into the promised land. He died before they got there. Number 4, the most commonly broken human bone. I would have gotten this wrong. It's the clavicle or the collarbone. A whole bunch of teams, like probably way more than half of the teams, probably 3/4 of them got this right. I guess I'm just a moron when it comes to this stuff. I would have guessed like finger, toe, nose, something. Nope, clavicle. Number 5, in what decade was National Geographic first published? And again, you needed all 4 digits. That might have been a hint to you that it wasn't a 1900s decade. It's the 1880s. National Geographic has been around since the 1880s. I think 1888, if I remember right. Number 6, in Ghostbusters, Dana plays the cello. The cello, big stand-up thing. Cello. Number 7, what famous pilot was Time's first Man of the Year? Charles Lindbergh. Spirit of St. Louis pilot, Charles Lindbergh. Number 8, in what children's book series is the villain named Count Olaf? A series of unfortunate events. Lemony Snicket's A Series of Unfortunate Events. Jim Carrey plays Count Olaf in the movie version. And I think Netflix might have had a series too. I've never read the books, never seen the movie. Maybe someday. Number 9, the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I have seen all these movies. What color is the Power Stone? The Power Stone is the purple one. Purple stone. And number 10, the only person to win the NBA MVP, Coach of the Year, and Executive of the Year awards is Larry Bird, the hick from French Lick. Larry Bird. All right. You are going to be adding up your total scores, sending me your team name, if you've got one. Otherwise, I'll just use your personal name, and your total score to the Ask a Nebraskan Trivia or to me personally, Jim Fields, through Facebook Messenger. And if you want to shoot that over to me, I am looking for the top 3 scores tonight. The top 3 scores are going to end up on a wheel. Your name's be on a wheel. I'm going to spin that wheel here live on the screen, and the winning team gets that $10 Amazon gift card. So go ahead and send those on when you're ready. Just getting the inboxes opened up here so that I can start looking at them and seeing who the top 3 teams are tonight. For the evening. Oops. My mouse. All right, looking for those top 3 scores. This has been one of the better scored games lately. We'll see how you guys fare. Those other scores I've seen this week. Oops. Somebody scored in with their team name. That doesn't work. Phil's not going to like that. All right. See how everybody did here. All right, looking to see what number I'm looking for. All right. Looking for those top scores. Go ahead and send any more scores in. I think I've got them, but if anybody hasn't sent a score yet, shoot that in as quick as you can. Otherwise, we'll go with the 3 I've got here. Double check my message requests. Good there. All right. So it appears, all right, my top 3 scores tonight are going to be on the wheel here. All right, let me pull that banner down and we'll share the screen. Come on. Top 3 scores tonight are Smarty Pants with 85, Crazy Nurses with 90, and Team Grey Duck with 93. Nice job tonight. Let's see how you did. A lot of good scores tonight. Shuffle you up, and let's give that a spin. See what happens here. And it looks like it is going to be, oh, it's going to be close. Smarty Pants, though, is going to get the win. Smarty Pants, you are tonight's big winner. $10 Amazon gift card. I will be in touch with Mindy. Actually, I believe, in fact, I know, Mindy, I have your email because you're one of the ones that I do owe. Not Mindy, Smarty Pants. Hello, get that right. Shannon, I'll be in touch with. Sorry, brain went to a different team. I'll get that right. Shannon, I'll be in touch with you. And you guys get a $10 gift card. So there we go. There's tonight's game. I am not here next week. Remember, no trivia next Thursday, but we're going to close it out with 2 fun nights on the 18th and the 25th. So we will look forward to seeing you again here on Facebook on the 18th. Or if you're in the central Nebraska area, come and play with me Tuesday or Wednesday night next week. Would love to see you live and in person if you're comfortable with that. So everybody have a great night. Stay safe, stay healthy. We'll see you all soon. Take care. Bye-bye.